Welcome to the Teffins Tech Thursday live stream. I will be starting very shortly. Just need to finish one last thing. Okay, here we are. Welcome to the Teffins Tech Thursday live stream. Starting this episode off, we will be doing something sort of tech related, which will be some quick maintenance upkeep on the Secret Lab gaming chairs. Gonna wipe them down with some Secret Lab brand leather wipes. And also got lots of extra premium leather cleaner. Figure it's probably cheaper just buying the spray bottle than to keep constantly buying more wipes. So once these run out, I'll just use a microfiber cloth with the cleaner there. So I'm going to do up this chair and then my main chair. And when that's done, we'll get into doing some video editing to put together some music video ads for some live shows. So, all right. Might as well start at the top. So one thing to note with these Secret Lab chairs is you're not supposed to get any of the microfiber area right there and sometimes right here. So those are the couple spots not to get. Not sure that matters if you get the embroidery or not. So anyways, how's your Thursday going? Anyone who's watching out there? Okay, so one thing I'm noticing, I only got like that part up there and this is already running kind of dry and doesn't have so much stuff in it anymore. So maybe this will actually come in handy even with the wipes. Just keep getting more out of them instead of having to use extra wipes here. It's also at this moment I'm realizing that I forgot to put my gloves on before doing this. Too late now. Don't want to just go breathing that in either. probably not good for my lungs. Alright, now for the back. Get a bit more spray in here first. Check this is working. No way that's working. Huh. Interesting. One. Wow. Okay, good to know. Shit. So none of that matters. Fudge. Just gotta get a window open to get some fresh air in here. Okay. Can make sure you get all the leather. Now keep in mind, as my disclaimer says in the text, this is not to be taken as a tutorial or guidance on how to maintain your own Secret Labs gaming chair. So do this as you choose to. It's not my responsibility. Just a moment. Okay, so I just had some quick music scene stuff here to take care of. Alright. So I think I got like one last piece on that chair to wipe. Alright, so for those of you who weren't here earlier, I'm in the middle of wiping down my Secret Lab chairs with Secret Lab leather wipes and cleaner spray here. So, all right, let's get this side. No, there was actually something to clean off there. There. Okay. That one's completely wiped down. Move that to the side. And then I'll need to take all of my stuff off this one so I can wipe this next. Alright. First, start by cleaning out any crumbs or anything that you might have on the seat. I like to use this paintbrush. Seems to work well. Get the dust and stuff out of there. Alright. Cool. Okay, now to wipe the chair down. So I'm just going to keep using this because it's not really dirty. And then use the spray. Well, it's not a business. It's a movement, and it is going fairly well lately. A lot of people have been getting involved, and new people joining the movement. Some things happening behind the scenes, but nothing I can announce officially or anything right at the moment, because I want to do that as a whole thing and figure stuff out for that first. But needless to say, things are going well. A lot of people have been interested and getting into it, and lots of footage recorded and lots of videos to make. So, and shows to help promote and try to get more people out watching local live music. That's the whole goal. Get people out supporting the local artists. says not to use it on this stuff, but I guess I'll just get a different cloth with water or something. Alright. Now I get the back side. Cool, yeah, for sure. Try to get as little of the embroidery for this one as possible because there's such a large patch of it. Alright, gonna need a little bit more spray to finish off the bottom. And in case anyone's wondering, one of the main ways I managed to keep these in great shape over the years is by putting nice big padded cushions over top of them. So that helps prevent the leather from getting stretched out and damaged. Because the cushion takes the stretching and the force. And also prevents from there being friction against it and stuff through it as well. So they say these things are tested for a certain amount of abrasions, but they end up receiving a lot less abrasions when you put some nice cushions over them. Or at least a lot more gentle abrasions because the fabric is still touching against it. But anyway. I want to have to go to the point of the microfiber cloth, so I'm just really hoping that this doesn't tear apart on it. Good. That's some strong paper towel. That's the Bounty stuff. There we go. Alright. Cool. Ugh, I don't like that. My hand still feels kind of sticky after rinsing it off. Alright. need to get some better custom cases for these and cut the cushions down better to match the shape of the chair. Just still never got around to doing that. Should do that though this year. And then I got my super ultra luxury armrest here, where instead of using the regular kind that I forgot those ones are magnetic because they're different ones. So I'll just grab one. So instead of using these, which I do have these, so what I can do is I can pop why is it not camera? There we go. Okay. So I can be able to use these still. So if I'm like eating food and I don't want the plush pillows to get ruined, then I can use these. But then if I'm relaxing watching a movie or playing a game or working and stuff, and pop these on with magnets. So what I did here is I added some little pieces of metal over top of the magnets that are already in here, so this way it changes the polarity and stuff, so it makes it possible for the magnets in the pillows to actually be able to magnetize onto the metal. Otherwise it wouldn't work properly with the other magnets that are already on there. So that's how that works. So then I got two of the memory foam pillows on one for each armrest here. It makes it a lot more cushy. Yes, I'll be looking into stuff like that later on in the future. Got to figure out stuff for expanding and things still. Got some plans in the works and figuring stuff out, so. Alright, there we go. Now they're both done back up. Alright, move the microphone over here. Well, I'm not the only one who's moving, my friend. I'm not the only one. There's lots of us. We've all been very busy lately. There's AKA, he's been doing a lot of stuff lately. Just did a show in St. Thomas's that the other day, so. And then I'll be seeing him probably tomorrow night up here in London. And then he's got another show with Robbie G coming up soon too on the 23rd in London at the Rec Room. And he's setting up lots of stuff in St. Thomas as well there too, with the back alley to set up more shows in the future and things. So, and then got Imperative's been doing a lot of stuff this year and helped set up the hip hop showcase for the Forest City London Music Awards along with Jellyfish and Got Six Stud doing a lot of cool music, and lots of other people. Big Swish has been moving a lot of crazy stuff, doing headlining shows all over Ontario lately and stuff. So we got Max Sauce touring out west right now. I also got other people hosting a bunch of shows in Sarnia, so lots of people working on stuff. No, see, it's a lot more complicated than that. It's something I gotta be linking up with other different people, and other people can hire their own other people to film or things. Helps get more of the music business going and more people with stuff to do, and then those people can be able to take their footage and then send it to me to put together and put onto the music scene in Ontario and different stuff. So it's gonna be give me a lot of different things rolling and moving, and gotta try to get some more other volunteers, people involved soon too. So I'll be working on setting stuff up for that, and I gotta set up a community board thing for everyone to keep in touch together on. Lots to do. Lots rolling. Just gotta check something here real quick. Why is it not want to let me do that? Okay, whatever. Alright. Okay, time to start figuring out video stuff. All right. Yeah, that's very true. That's for sure. You know, it just starts off and keeps building and growing, and then who knows how big it'll get and stuff. So, I mean, we got people to keep in touch with that are out in Ottawa that I can link up with too to help get things going. I got people up in North Bay, got people up in Timmins, people out in Sarnia. People out in Niagara Falls, people all over, people in Kitchener-Waterloo area, stuff. So we got lots of members, lots of people involved and stuff. So I gotta work on some new street team type stuff this year for getting some physical stuff out, putting up some more ads and whatnot. Alright. Just need to double check things. Okay. Yeah, but you've only seen like small parts of it and stuff, because it's not like all visible on the internet, or I haven't always told you about everything involved with it, or all the people involved or anything and stuff. So it's a lot more to it and a lot more people involved than you're probably aware of. That's for sure. Okay. I'm gonna want to do 19 by 6. Yeah. Probably gonna have to be that. Okay. Alright. Here we go. Alright, so here we begin the editing process. So I'm gonna want to do a 9 by 16 because I need this for reels, shorts, and stuff. And then I'm gonna need to just be only full HD because I'm probably gonna have to pull from a lot of older 4K horizontal footage to crop from that. So it's better to downscale than it is to try to upscale that to 4K. So I'm gonna go with that. And then I'm going to stop and realize that I'm using Vegas Pro 23 right now, not 22 that I want to be using. So we're going to close that and then open up 22. And then for some reason it's going to bring back up the file I was last working on. Not sure why. Since it was saved, I'm just going to close that. And then go new. Yeah. Is not a preset, so that's not fun. Welcome screen. There we go. That's easier. Ta-da! Okay, that saves me from having to type that stuff in. Okay, so this is the event. Rap versus Rave. Tomorrow, Friday, May the 8th, 8 to 2 a.m. And we got rappers here. Temple Mental, a.k.a. Bishop Headley, Six Studda, and North Star, Mad Hatter, and Ladyface. And I have footage of all of these people. I do have some footage of a couple of these DJs. And I definitely have some footage of the host. I don't have any footage for any of the techno side. So I'm going to just focus on what I do have footage of, and I need to get this done and out sooner than later. So yeah, let's see what I can figure out here. Okay. That was weird and annoying. I don't like this image program a whole lot. Need to find a better free one for Windows. Okay. So, I should start off with probably just go through getting some footage for each of the rappers. So Temperamental, I know some of the best footage for that I might want to pull is from a show at the back alley. I think September. No. End of August. I think it was this show. Oh yeah, I still need to get through and deal with a bunch of footage from this show. Welcome back. Just working on figuring out all the bits of footage I'm going to want to use and putting everything together to edit this. It's funny, I can just say like not now and I'll still play it anyways. Okay, that's Young Vet, not Temperamental.
And you press pause.
What's good?
I think this might be it.
Hi,
Yeah. I didn't have my light panel back then. Hopefully I can adjust lighting enough for it to still look decent. Alright, I don't remember if this came out well or not. No, you probably definitely were not at this. I don't think you've been to any St. Thomas shows. Okay, come on. I swear I remember doing a 360 spin. Okay, maybe it was around here because I got the camera up higher. Come on. Okay, this is the part. Alright, that's not too bad. Now if I can pull the lighting up and stuff, that'll make some good footage right there. The Palisade. Yes, he has played at the Palisade with Mad Hatter, and they're both playing tomorrow at London Brewing Company at the show and stuff. And I bought CDs from both of them, so you might have been at that show with me. I think Eli the Prophet was playing or something as well, I'm not sure. Okay, so this was like 17 minutes in or something. Alright, this is probably a big file, so I'm not gonna back all these up into a different folder for editing. I'm just gonna edit straight from the drive off of these. No, I don't want to match it because I need it to be the way I need it, but it means I'm gonna have to rotoscope shit, or not rotoscope, but reframe stuff. Don't crash, don't crash.